Hello students, welcome to EPG Parshala. I am Dr. S.P. Sood, retired Associate Professor and Head, Department of Library and Information Science, University of Rajasthan, Jaipur. Today we are discussing module Types of Entries of Dictionary Catalogue according to AACR-2R under paper Knowledge Organizational Structure Cataloguing. In Module 11, we have studied the various types of entries of classified catalog and their structure, prepared according to CCC of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. In this module, various entries of dictionary catalog prepared according to AACR-2R and their structure is discussed. Objectives of the module. The objectives of the module are as follows. First, to define dictionary catalog. Second, to discuss the structure of AACR-2R and its three levels of description. Third, to define main entry, added entries, and references according to AACR-2R and their structure. Definition of dictionary catalog. CCC defines dictionary catalog as a catalog in which all the entries are word entries. Consequently, a dictionary catalog consists of one part only. The entries in a dictionary catalog are arranged alphabetically as in dictionary. In a dictionary catalog, the main entry begins with the name of the author or a substitute for it. AACR-1 defines dictionary catalog as a catalog in which all the entries, author, title, subject, series, etc., and their related references are arranged together in one general alphabet. Sub-arrangement frequently varies. It is known as dictionary catalog as the entries of this catalog are arranged just like a dictionary. Structure of AACR-2R. AACR-2R, published in 1986, consists of two parts. Part 1 deals with the provision of information describing the term being catalogued, and Part 2 deals with the determination of establishment of headings, that is access points, under with the descriptive information is to be represented to catalog users and with the making of references to those headings. Part 1 is further divided into 13 chapters including general rules for description of books, pamphlets and printed sheets and special material, that is cartographic materials, manuscripts, music, sound recordings, motion pictures and video recordings, graphic materials, computer files, three-dimensional artifacts and relia, microforms, serials and analysis. Part 2 is further divided into 6 chapters, that is chapter 21 to 26. Chapter 21 discusses choice of access points, while next 3 chapters, that is chapter 22, 23 and 24, deal with the choice and rendering of heading for person, geographic names and corporate bodies respectively. Chapter 25 discusses rules of uniform titles, while the last chapter, that is chapter 26, deals with the making of references. After these chapters, the code includes 4 appendices, that is appendices related to capitalization, abbreviations, numerals and glossary respectively. At the end, an index is given which helps the readers to reach to the related rule easily. 3 levels of description. Cutter was the first man who included in his rules for a dictionary catalog rules for descriptive cataloging for three types of libraries, that is, small, medium, and large. Keeping in mind the utility of these rules, AACR-2, published in 1978, has made a similar provision of three levels of description, and AACR-2R has continued this provision. First level of description provides the minimum information which is necessary to identify a given document. It is shown in the following schematic illustration. Title proper, oblique, first statement of responsibility, comma, if different from the main entry heading in form of number, or if there is no main entry heading, dot dash, addition statement, dot dash, material or type of publication, specific details, dot dash, first publisher, etc., date of publication, etc., dot dash, extent of item, dot dash, notes, dot dash, standard number. The second level is a standard description which includes all the data which is necessary for description of documents forming part of the main collection of medium to large libraries. It is shown in the following schematic illustration. Title proper within bracket general material designation is equal to parallel title colon other title information oblique first statement of responsibility semicolon each subsequent statement of responsibility dot dash addition statement oblique first statement of responsibility relating to the addition dot dash material within bracket or type of publication specific details dot dash first place of publication etc semicolon first publisher etc date of publication etc dot dash extent of item colon other physical details semicolon dimensions dot dash title proper of series oblique statement of responsibility relating to series comma ISSN of series semicolon numbering within the series dot title of subseries comma ISSN number of subseries semicolon numbering within subseries dot dash notes dot dash standard number full stop. The third level provides information covering each descriptive element described in this code which are applicable to the particular item that is catalogued or to be included. The choice of level of description would depend upon the objectives of a cataloging and requirements of a particular library. In most of the libraries, the second level of description is adopted, regarding it as a standard description. Types of entries of dictionary catalog. Entry is of three types. First one is main entry, second is added entry, third one is references. The schematic illustration of these entries is given below. Types of entries of classified catalog. AACR-2R recognizes following three types of entries. First is main entry, second is added entries, third is references. Added entries are further divided into five types: subject entry, joint author entries, collaborator entries, title entry, series entry. Collaborator entries are further divided into 5 types: editor entry, compiler entry, reviser entry, translator entry, illustrator entry. References are further divided into 4 types: see reference, see also reference, name title reference, explanatory reference. Main entry of a dictionary catalog. While Cutter defines main entry as the full or principal entry, usually the author entry, CCC defines main entry as a specific entry giving maximum information about the whole of the document. All the other entries, specific or general, relating to the document are normally derived from the main entry. According to AACR-2R, the main entry is the complete catalog record of an item presented in the form by which the entry is to be uniformly identified and cited. The main entry may include the tracing. Structure of main entry. In usual catalog entry on catalog card, there are following 8 sections of data elements of main entry of dictionary catalog. First one is call number section, second is heading section, third is title and imprint section, fourth is physical description and series note, fifth is note section, sixth is international standard book number, seventh is accession number, and eighth is tracing. Above, all these sections are recorded on the front portion of the catalog card. However, if there is no space for tracing on the front portion, it can be continued or given on the back of the main entry card, giving the word over on the right hand side of the main entry card. However, if there is no space for transcribing any other section of main entry except tracing, the phrase continued on next card is recorded on the right hand side of the main entry card, and remaining sections are recorded on a new card or on a continued card. These sections are shown in schematic illustration as follows. Main entry card. Call number section is given in margin on leading line. Second section is heading section. It starts from first indentation on the leading line. Third section starts from the second vertical on the next line, title and imprint section. Fourth section is physical description and series section. Fifth section is note section. Sixth section is ISBN number. Seventh section is accession number. And the last eighth section is known as tracing. Fifth section, note section. In majority of the books, this section is not required. However, in multi-volume, composite book, and in some other books, when further description of a document is necessary, the note area is rendered in a separate paragraph. Sixth section is International Standard Book Number. If the book or periodical includes ISBN or ISSN or any other internationally agreed standard number, has to be included in this area using the agreed abbreviation and standard spacing or hyphenation. Seventh section, accession number. There is no prescribed rule for recording accession number, but generally it is recorded on third or fourth line after leading line in margin. Eighth section, tracing. Tracing is the record of all the added entries to be prepared. First of all, the subject heading derived from the Sears list of subject headings or any other standard list of subject headings are recorded after numbering in Indo-Arabic numerals as 1, 2, etc., followed by other entries, that is, joint author, collaborator, title, series, etc., numbered in capital Roman numerals. Though punctuations are discussed in each section. However, the prescribed punctuations given in second level of description should be used. Now, let us study the sections of main entry and added entry through a cataloging of a title page. The details of each section of main entry is discussed below. First, call number section. The call number consists of class number and book number. The class number is transcribed one line above the leading line, horizontal line, after leaving one space from the left edge of the card. The book number is transcribed on the leading line after leaving one space from the left edge of the card. Second section is heading section. The name of the author, personal or corporate body, or title, etc. is to be recorded in heading section. In case of personal author, the heading comprises the surname followed by a comma and the forename. It is transcribed on the leading line starting from the first indentation. In case the name of the author cannot be accommodated on the first line, then it continues from the third indentation. But when the book is entered under title, it begins from the first indentation and continuation from the second indentation. In cataloging terminology, it is known as hanging indentation. Hanging indentation will include information up to imprint section. Third section is title with imprint section. This section includes information about the title, subtitle, parallel title, general material designation, responsibility area, edition statement, collaborator statement, and the imprint. This section starts from the second indentation and continuation from the first indentation. If the book includes the parallel title also, it is recorded immediately after the title proper in the order indicated by the sequence preceded by the punctuation equal sign. Title is to be recorded punctuation colon. General material designation is generally not recorded for monographs. The statement of responsibility should be preceded by a diagonal slash dot. Edition area has to be preceded by a punctuation full stop space dash and space. It is recorded after the statement of responsibility. Imprint area, that is place of publication, name of publisher and year of publication, follows the edition area, which is separated with full stop, dash, space. Place of publication and publisher are separated by punctuation colon, and publisher and year of publication is separated by punctuation comma. Fourth section, physical description and series note. Physical description of an item includes the number of volumes, pages, illustrated material, and the size. In cataloging terminology, it is called collation. This is recorded in a separate para starting from second indentation. The preliminary pages are recorded in Roman small and text pages in Indo-Arabic numerals followed by small p, indicating pages. Page number is followed by a full stop and a colon. Following this, the information about the illustration indicating by ill. And lastly, the size of the book, that is the height of the book in centimeter, is recorded. The size is preceded by a semicolon. In case there is no illustrations, the size will follow the pages. This section also included the information about the series of the book if given. Before recording the information about the series in parentheses, if it preceded by a punctuation dot dash, it is preceded by the punctuation dot dash. The title page includes the following information: the textbook of child development, theory and practice. It is the title and subtitle. By Thomas C. Bethel and George Goldsmith. So these are the names of two authors. Edited by James Elliott. It is the name of the collaborator. Third edition. This is edition statement. London, Prentice Hall Private Limited, 1987. It is imprint information. Other information. Call number 155.4 BIT. Accession number 51291. Pages, preliminary pages 11, 217 text pages. Size 22.4 cm. Note, includes bibliography on pages 211-217. The book is fully illustrated. Half title page. Information given on half title page. Prentice Hall Psychology Series number 11. ISBN number 89725408889. Now this title page has been catalogued and the main entry includes the following information. On leading line, in margin, call number is given 155.4 BIT. It is the call number of the book and this section is known as call number section. Then heading section is given as Bethel, Thomas C. This is the heading section. Third section is title with imprint section. It starts from second vertical, the textbook of child development. It is the title, colon, theory and practice. It is the subtitle, slash, by Thomas C. Bethel and George Goldsmith, name of both the authors, semicolon, edited by James Elliott, dot dash, third edition, dot dash, London, Prentice Hall, 1987. This is the imprint information. Fourth section is physical description with series note. It starts from second indentation, 11 preliminary pages, 217 text pages, small p, dot, colon, L. It shows the illustration, dot, semicolon, 23 centimeter. It is the size of the book. Dot dash, within bracket, Prentice Hall Psychology Series, semicolon, number 11. Note section includes bibliography, colon, page 211-217. Sixth section, ISBN number. It starts from second vertical, ISBN 897-254-0889. Seventh section, it is given in margin after on third or fourth line, 51291. It is the accession number section. And the last section 8, tracing is given on the bottommost lines of the catalog card by numbering Indo-Arabic child development. This is the subject of the book. Dot, first, Goldsmith, George. It is the name of the second joint author. Dot, second, Elliott, James. It is the name of the collaborator. Third, title. Fourth, series. Added entries of dictionary catalog. Added entries provide access to other headings in addition to that of the main entry heading. Cutter defines it as a secondary entry, that is, any other than a main entry. According to AACR-2R, added entry is an entry additional to the main entry by which an item is represented in a catalog, a secondary entry. In dictionary catalog prepared according to AACR-2R, the following types of added entries are recognized. First is subject entry, second is joint author entry, third is collaborator entry, fourth is title entry, fifth is series entry. Structure. In dictionary catalog, generally unit card system is adopted. AACR 1 defines it as a basic catalog card in the form of main entry, which when duplicated may be used as a unit for all other entries for that work in the catalog by the addition of appropriate heading. According to Ranganathan, in unit card system, a copy of the main entry card itself would be used as any specific added entry card by merely inserting in the leading section the heading of the added entry. Subject entry. In dictionary catalog, subject entries are prepared either with the help of Sears list of subject headings or any other list of subject headings. Maximum 3 subject entries can be prepared for a document. Subject derived from the list of subject headings is transcribed in the capital letters in the line upon the leading line, starting from a second indentation, and continuation, if needed, will be from the third or imaginary indentation. Example: in margin, call number of the book 155.4 BIT is given. Then heading section is given as Bethel Thomas C. Rest as main entry, and the subject heading derived from the Sears list of subject heading has been recorded above the heading section starting from second vertical, and this subject heading is to be given in capital letters. Child development, full stop, it is given in capital letters. Joint author entry. Rule 21.30A1 of AACR-2 prescribes to prepare added entry up to 2 joint authors if the book is written by 2 or 3 joint authors. This rule also prescribes that if 4 or more authors are involved in creating a book, make an added entry when appropriate under the heading for the one named first in the source. Example: again, in call number section is given in the margin on leading line. From first vertical, the name of the author or the heading section is given, rest as main entry. It means in added entries, the whole main entry is copied. All the information given in main entries are given, but for the saving of the time, we are writing here it as rest as main entry. And above the leading line, where name of the author is given, the name of the second joint author, Goldsmith, as George, is given starting from second vertical. Collaborator entry, editor or compiler entry. Rule 21.30b prescribes to prepare entries for collaborators given prominently manner. If the main entry is under the heading for a corporate body or under a title, make added entries under the headings for collaborating persons if there are not more than 3, or under the heading for the first name of 4 or more. Rule number 21.30d1 prescribes to make an added entry under the heading for a prominently named editor or compiler of a monographic work. Make an added entry under the headings for an editor of a serial only if the rare instance when a serial is likely to be known by the editor's name. Example: again, call number is given on the leading line in margin. Heading section is given as usual. The name of the collaborator, Elliot James, is given on one line above the heading section in normal letters. Translator entry. Rule 21.30K1 of AACR-2R suggests to make an added entry under the heading for a translator if the main entry is under the heading for a corporate body or under title. If the main entry is under the heading for a person, make an added entry under the heading for a translator if: first, the translation is in verse. Second, the translation is important in its own right. Or third, the work has been translated into the same language more than once. Or fourth, the wording of the chief source of information of the item being catalogued implies that translator is the author. Or the main entry heading may be difficult for catalog users to find, as for example, as with many Oriental and medieval works. Illustrated entry. Rule 21.30K2 of AACR-2R prescribes that make an added entry under the heading for an illustrator if first, the illustrator's name is given equal or greater prominence in the chief source of information of the item being catalogued, so that of the person or corporate body named in main entry heading, or the illustrations occupy half or more of the item, or third one, the illustrations are considered to be an important feature of the work. Title entry. Rule 21.30J1 prescribes to make an added entry under the title proper of every item entered under a personal heading, a corporate heading, or a uniform title unless first, the title proper is essentially the same as the main entry heading or a reference to that heading, or second, the title proper has been composed by the cataloger, or third, in a catalog in which name, title and subject entries are interfiled, the title proper is identified to a subject heading assigned to the work or a direct reference to that subject heading, or fourth, a conventional uniform title has been used as the uniform title for a musical work. Example. Again, call number is given in the margin on the leading line. Heading section is given as usual, Bethel Thomasi. The title of the book, The Textbook of Child Development, has been recorded on one line above the heading section. Series entry. Rule 21.30L1 prescribes make an added entry under the heading for a series for each separately catalogued work in the series if it provides a useful collocation. Optionally, add the numeric or other designation of each work in the series. Do not make added entries under the heading for a series if first, the item in a series are related to each other only by common physical characteristics, or second, the numbering suggests that parts have been numbered primarily for stock control or to benefit from lower postage rates. In case of doubt, make a series added entry. Example. Call number is recorded in the leading section on main line. Name of the author is given in heading section starting from first vertical on leading line. The name of the series is given on one line above the heading section starting from second vertical, that is Prentice Hall Psychology Series, semicolon, number 11, full stop. In AACR-2R, 4 types of references have been discussed. First is C reference, second is C also reference, third one is name title reference, and fourth is explanatory reference. First is C reference. The book Godan, translated into English, is entitled as Gift of a Cow. Hence, a reference from Godan to Gift of a Cow is prepared as shown in C reference. Second is C also reference. Pseudonym Premchand's real name is Dhanpat Rai, and he has written books under both the names. Hence, one C also reference from Dhanpat Rai to Premchand is prepared as shown in C also reference. Michael Halliday, author of The Azure of Terror, is also known as Jeremy York. Hence, one name title reference has been prepared as shown in the entry. Explanatory references are prepared for giving more explicit guidance. Two authors, Frederick Denny and Manfred Bennington Lee, has written jointly under the pseudonym Ellery Queen. Hence, an explanatory reference entry has been prepared as shown under explanatory reference. References. Definition of references. AACR-2R glossary defines reference as a direction from one heading or entry to another. AACR-2R prescribes two kinds of references, C references and C also references. Rule 26.1b prescribes C reference, which directs the user of a catalog from a form of the name of a person or a corporate body or the title of a work that might reasonably be sought to form that has been chosen as the name heading or a uniform title. Rule 26.1c of AACR-2 prescribes C also reference, which directs the user from one name heading or uniform title to another that is related to it. Rule number 26.1d prescribes the name title reference, that is C or C also reference, from a title or uniform title that has been entered under a personal or corporate heading in the form of a name title reference beginning with the personal or corporate heading followed by the title concerned. Rule number 26.1e of AACR-2 prescribes that if a C or C also references does not give adequate guidance to the user of the catalog, make an explanatory reference giving more explicit guidance. So, students, let us summarize what we have learned in this module. We have learned the structure of AACR-2R, 3 levels of description, types of entries, main entry, 5 types of added entries, that is subject, joint author, collaborator, title and series, and 4 types of references, that is C reference, C also reference, name title reference and explanatory reference and their structure.